let's go to your site browser, if you could. We're going to create the beginnings of the web developer coursework. Okay, great. So then we've already got the 2 pages. We're going to use movies for our listing, and we're going to use movie detail for our detail page. So go to your content types now, under types and tags, click content types under types and tags, filter by your own first name. That makes it much easier. I'll click search. Oh, I must not have, where's my movies? Oh, did I change? Yeah, I think I am now just movies after that import. Yeah. So filter by your name, find your own movie content type, open up your movie content type on the types and tags content types window. And if everyone is here, then go ahead and click on properties of that content type. Click on properties. And I already have mine here, so I'm actually going to call this Dean's Movies. And this is what you need, but you're going to have to put your own path that definitely, the 2 Adams, one will have to put Adam, one will have to put Adam C. We can't have repeat URL patterns. Otherwise, there'll be a conflict, and then whoever it hits first will resolve. We don't want that, so make sure you put your initials in there if you know you got somebody with a repeat first name. And please end in exactly this, the curly braces, not brackets, curly braces, and URL capital T title, exactly the way it is here. Let me magnify a little bit just to make sure. Create whatever you want here. It doesn't matter at all. Invent whatever you feel like, but make it short, right? And unique. And then curly braces, URL title. So I'm going to copy that. Please copy that because we're going to have to do an href over somewhere, I'm going to do it in Notepad. I'm just going to copy this somewhere so that I have a proper href. And then we need to, I'm going to zoom back out here to actual size, and then click on the browse for your detail page. Go to your training directory and find your movie detail page. Just choose it, and then it should say your name movie detail here. Okay, and then after you're done with that, just go ahead and click save. That's it, we're done on the content type. Then come over to the site browser, go to your movies page, not the movie detail, go to your movies page, open that up. And this is where we made the static container, I believe. And if your movies page is not using your own template, then we'll switch it real quick by doing the following. On your movies page, click on page properties. You might have to lock it for editing. Page properties, we're going to switch our template to the movie template that we created. So highlight template, delete, and then type in your own name, right? And that should reveal your movie template, which we created in the previous sessions. Choose that, and then click Save and Publish, right? Lock it for editing so that we can see here, and that should allow us, yes, to place some movies on the page using the top nav here, the top container. So click Add Content on your movie container, should be the top one, and reuse content. That's all we need to do is reuse content. Click Search. I might have damaged my container. That's null. Thank goodness it preserved my code. I'm going to, because remember I did that import. I did the push publish that had a conflict of name. Save and publish. Now I should be able to reuse content search. So I'm going to select Ratatouille, yay, and I'm going to reuse content, select movies and search, and Jaws. Okay, so I've got those two, so just two different movies. And now we're going to show how to handle the connection between our listing and our detail page. First, we're going to have to edit our container and change our code a little bit. So click Edit on your container and click on, scroll down here and click on Movies. And we're going to have to change this little title that we have here to be an href, right? If you don't have that code there, your code should be exactly like mine. So I can just copy and paste this to you. So if somehow you don't have it, I'm chatting it to you now. You can just copy and paste that right into your container, as long as you did choose your own movie content type and you clicked Add Content Type, and then it adds your movie container and puts it here. Okay. So then the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, here for the title, I'm going to do an a href equals, right? And then I'll close my href. Oh, and I did not do that right. I forgot about the autocomplete. And then I'm going to copy my path right here. But since that is going to be URL title, I seem to remember there's something about custom code fields in a container, so we might have to adjust that. We'll see. I'm hoping it's just easy, but if not, I think I have it in my Evernote. So URL title, I got that in my href. We can put that inside of the h2 and save and publish. Okay, let me just see what that copy link address and see if that works. Where are you going? Good. Okay, everything's good then. Okay, now, if we go there, it's not going to work. So we need to do something on the detail page to be able to catch the URL mapped content. So we're not ready to click on the link actually yet. Let's go to browser, open up your movie detail page again. And this widget, this page needs to be smart, okay? So click Add Content on the very top page, and stop me if I lost anybody, Adam. Add widget on your movie detail page. So once again, I just went to my movie detail page, top container, add widget. Simple widget. Create new simple widget. So then what we need to do on that simple widget is use a special reserved variable that will be smart enough to catch that URL mapping. And that is called URL map content. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste that. And all of our first lines need to start out exactly like that. And then we can do whatever we want. We can do the H2. And we can just do movie.title. Then movie.description. Maybe we put that inside of a p tag. I'm going to be real sloppy and just put it inside of a p tag here as well. Movie.poster to p. Evernote's failing me here. Documentation shorty. It's a nice way to refer to binary image fields using the shorty ID. Let's just get this shorty URL. And that's for file assets, for binary fields in the first binary field. So we will use that .image.shorty. So where's the shorty URLs? What I want? We want to get like this so we can reach the path for our image. So we'll just put that on the page. Field name. So we want to movie.poster.shorty URL. That'll give you your path and you know what to put in your image source link. And then I'll show you resize and all that stuff. As a matter of fact, it's resize just right here. Yeah, we can even do, yeah, all you have to do is put like shorty URL and then that / and a resize at the end. So might as well do that. There you go. Let's see, and let's go ahead and put, I guess we'll do that up top here, EM, and we'll do movie dot. I think we put a release date on there and then put a break right after that. Okay, so I'll copy that code, paste it in. You can just copy it, paste it right in yours. Yours should match mine exactly, really. So I'm going to copy that code and let's just paste that right here. And I'm going to call this Dean's movie detail widget. Okay. And save and publish your page. Now we don't have a set URL, so it's all going to just show CRUD. We should have an if statement, which we'll add in the web developer. Web developers, we get into making it look pretty and doing more stuff with us. We just want it to show how the URL mapping works, explain it, and get it to link together. So now go back to your movies page. And now whenever we hit Ratatouille, it should load Ratatouille. Now, I'm not sure why my poster URL and my release date isn't showing up. But we can see we're getting the rest of the fields. So our URL mapping is working. Let's see, on my content types, it wasn't release date. What was it? Content types. That's why I open up new tabs. Oh, it's because I pushed. So it didn't have a release date. I remember I push publish that bundle, so it changed all my fields. And poster is there. So is for binary field resize, you do your field name, shorty URL, and resize. That should do that. Let me see what it's spitting out at me whenever I just do. Since it's my first binary, I should even just be able to do that. Oh, okay. ID for my binary field. That's the full, but I don't want that. Shorty URL. Shorty URL. All right, so that's given me the full path to my guy. Now, I swear I thought I tried that. Now, if you want to make sure that your text doesn't mix with your variable, then curly braces around it /200 width, and then that should give me my resize path. And then we don't have a release date, so I'm just on our content type, so we just do that. And yeah, I think you guys get the idea. Now, how does the URL mapping actually work? And we could hit, by the way, just using this just to show you that I ain't fibbing here. If I hit this and I did this, and let's open it up in an incognito, then I should be able to hit that image and resize it and resample it, cache it, and everything by that. So there's my Ratatouille at 200 width resize. So that path will work if you put it in an image source link, right? And it gives you a nice short path, with a shortened ID and the name of the file and the path and all good. All right, so how does it work? Let's look at one example there. Let's just take a look at Alex Movies, properties, Alex Movies URL title, everything's fine there. Browser, movies, movies. Click on the wrong page. Alex, unless I'm mistaken, the widget is in the wrong place. So let me actually see, this is Alex Movie Detail Widget. So that, it looks good. We just need to move it to the right page. So I'm going to just remove it from this page. Okay. That's supposed to be the detail page. The movies page is the listing. And as soon as it comes back, then I'm going to reuse content, Alex Movies, search, select Black Panther. Perfect. And then let's see what the link address looks like. Perfect. So that needs to go to the detail page. Now let's see if the detail page has the widget. Might not. Lock it for editing. Yeah, it looks like you made your detail page the listing and the listing the detail page. It was just a little reverse order there. So we need to remove from the movie detail the individual static content and place the widget on that page. And remove this one. Okay, so add widget, and this time we're going to choose simple widget, and we're going to search and reuse Alex, search, find his movie widget, pop that on the page. Shouldn't show anything right now, but whenever we click on his movies page and then click over to this page, then it's got the right widget in the right place. So if I go to training Alex, I think the movie page was supposed to be the detail page, so it should show me Black Panther right now. It is the movies page. I was wrong on the detail index page, but this will. Then I click on Black Panther and it resolves immediately. Now the URL shorty needs an adjustment, but we already saw what was wrong there and I led you guys astray. And we should, of course, close that off. The brackets make sure that you know the actual length of the variable, right? And it's not any of that in the variable name. Yeah, so that actually should be displaying for you. Content types, Alex movies. That should actually show. Let's just always do your velocity variables in this way. And then you shouldn't have any issues. Best practice. The bang means if there isn't a value set, don't print out the velocity variable on the page. And the curly braces make sure that the velocity variable is defined, the beginning and end of it, and that it doesn't, if you're calling it within some other text, that it doesn't get confused and always gives you the value of the variable. And now finally we should get our detail looking a little better. And we should be able to hit it. And we are getting our date. It's just unformatted. And I'll show you the date.format tool in Web Developer. So it's working just fine, Alex. Okay. So it establishes a listener. And then if it hits the detail page, if it finds that after Alex movies, whatever comes next matches the URL map pattern on the content with that URL title field, and of course you have to have a field like URL title, which makes URL friendly endings to your pathing, then it'll say, okay, I did find a piece of content that has that URL title. Let me go to the movie detail page, which is configured in the properties on the content type. Take the content map of the content that I found, stick it inside the system variable called URL map content, and from there, I'm hitting the page, I'm supplying the URL map content, and that page better be smart enough to understand what to do with it. And we just did, right? So that's how it all works. In that way, our entire documentation site works, right? We have only one page that has the listing of content here, and the if URL map content is set, whenever you click, it goes to the URL map and loads the detail of the content. There's only one page for all 600 and something pieces of documentation that we have in the current version. And that one content type is related to itself. So Google and all the search bots think that we have 600 and something documentation pages and all of the links and all the stuff, but we only have one page. And the content is driving the size of the site and its relevance and its, newness and freshness and everything like that. And nobody ever has to touch a page ever. It's just relationships between one content, documentation content, and another. It's all URL mapped. It's always SEO optimized so that the title of the page matches the H2s and the content on the page. Makes your Google rankings go up quite a bit to do that SEO optimized listing and detail page.